Hello my friends, Otodil here, and today I'm going to tell you all about my experiences with ASUS newest router, at least newest for me. That's the TUF AX5400 or 5400 Wi-Fi 6 router. I've been using it recently. I want to tell you how it was. This is a Wi-Fi 6 router, so you will get a lot of speed when using it. It's also a gaming router as it comes from the TUF Gaming series, which actually has an interesting feature on it. And I actually found another secret feature that you guys really want to know if you're looking for a good and powerful router. So let's just do a quick unboxing and take a look on the router itself. Okay guys, as you can see, here it is. That's the TUF Gaming or TUF Gaming AX5400 gaming router, or just router actually. So as you can see, the back part is full of buttons, and I'm going to talk about basically the important things, at least for me, when getting a router like this. It's a Wi-Fi 6 router, so having high speeds on Wi-Fi is a really important factor for me, as I mostly use mobile devices and actually have only two machines currently connected via LAN. So these machines which are connected via LAN are going to be connected to these four slots, and the interesting feature here is LAN 1. As you can see, there's a label on it. It actually says gaming port, and gaming port means that this specific slot is basically going to be prioritized. So if you're like me and you really want to have the highest speeds on a specific machine that's connected via wired connection, connecting it to LAN 1 on this router will have the most benefit in terms of internet speeds. You also get 3 more ports that you can use. I did say slots until now, so it's ports. Excuse me for my English. That's not my primary language, so I'm really trying hard to do this in English like in most of my videos, and I hope I'm not butchering the language too much for you guys. So I have 3 more ports over here, LAN 2 up to LAN 4, and another interesting secret which I told you guys I'm going to tell you about is that you can actually use WAN aggregation on it, or WAN connection, WAN connection on this. So that means if you actually connect LAN 1 and LAN 2, you can get a 2 gigabit connection via LAN, which is interesting because each of these ports can only supply you with 1 gigabit. So binding these two and actually supplying one of your machines with these two connected is going to give you a 2 gigabit connection, which is great for a NAS device. For example, the one port is over here, a WPS button is over here, a reset switch or a hole or punch hole over here. The antennas are kind of large, so you do want to take that into account when actually buying this router, as I'm usually pushing these routers into some kind of wall outlet or something like that. So sometimes I don't have that much space for these kinds of antennas. We get 6 antennas on this beast, so it's kind of has a lot of height, so you have to deal with that. An on-off switch over here and the AC plug. In the box, you're going to get the LAN cable, this supplied LAN cable, which is usually not long, so you're probably going to use your own. And just use a Wi-Fi, just use an Ethernet 6 cable or a 5E. If you are not using this one, because usually most people just use an old cable and they don't understand why they get really bad speeds, because they haven't changed their cable and they are still using old ones. So we get the AC plug, and I guess that's it. Just take a look at the design. It's a gamerish kind of design. I guess some people will like that and some will not, so that's something that you got to take into account. A lot of breathing holes and rubber pads on the bottom, which actually let you put this somewhere and make sure it doesn't move that much. It's not like somebody's gonna move their router, but hey, who knows. I just want to show you another cool thing here. That's my screen, and as you can see, ASUS has really a specification page with everything you would love to know probably about this router. The big thing is for me the multi-gigabit wired speed, as I use NAS devices and I can use the port 1 and port 2, LAN 1 and LAN 2 for 2 gigabit speeds, which is something that I just showed you guys before. I'm also going to show you my administration page, and as you can see, one of the interesting features on this is the operating system that ASUS actually installs on these devices, and it has a ton of features, whether it's using AI mesh as a mesh network with this router, actually defining a guest network, and obviously turning on or turning off the firewall. There's a QoS feature that shows you the monitoring of whatever's going on in your network, which is also really important. And another thing I want to show you guys is that if you actually look on the USB application page, one of the interesting features that you'll see is that the USB port on the back of the router, which I actually haven't showed up until now, so it's over here, is really awesome. It can do a lot of stuff with ASUS software, and these main features are amazing. The first one is AI disk, so you can basically use that for example, when you want to make the router some kind of storage solution. So this will actually make it a storage solution on your network if you install or add up some USB storage into that USB slot. Other than that, the big features for me are network printer server. So for example, if you have an old printer which is not a smart one, you can connect it to the USB port on the back of the router and actually use it as a network printer, because the server for the printer will be the router itself. There's also a 3G 4G option, so if you have a 3G 4G dongle, you'll probably get away with actually using a mobile network instead of using a modem on some kind of place where, for example, you don't have the infrastructure for a wired network. Other than that, there's the time machine feature if you use Apple devices, which I don't, and I actually hate the company, so don't blame me if I don't use that. And there's a download master if you wanna, for example, make the router act as a download machine on the network. So a lot of interesting features on that USB port and the router. All in all, I really enjoyed using it. You're gonna get high speeds with it, and I'm talking about at least on network, you're gonna get at least 500 megabits for sure. That's gonna be really easy to get in terms of radius. I actually got away with 100 meters, so a 100-meter structure that's enclosed is really nothing for this router in terms of reception. So you're gonna get high speeds wherever you actually go. You obviously want to have some kind of fiber internet if you actually want to test out the maximum speeds that this network can provide you, or you just use a LAN that's very fast. But obviously with what we see right now with Wi-Fi 6, this is not a Wi-Fi 6E, by the way. So with Wi-Fi 6 you get really high speeds, and at least your LAN connection is going to be your local connection is going to be at a very high speed, which is good enough for me, or at a high speed. So I got good connection with it. I like it a lot. I don't think it's a router. I actually need to get more mesh units into my house just to get good connection on a 100-meter structure. But walking outside, I got at least, I think, like 200. It was around 200 megabits. So it's not the highest, but hey, I actually walked 200 meters away from the router. So all in all, great recommendations for me to the TUF Gaming AX5400. I'm going to put links and more information in the video description down below, and actually invite you to stay with me and watch my future gadget reviews, because I have some cool stuff coming up you don't want to miss out on. So click on this button if you want to stick with me on my future reviews. Another 2 more reviews over here that I think you are going to like if you like this one. Another one over here on the side. Thank you very much for watching. I was Rotodil. I'll see you on my next videos. Bye bye.